सर्वज्ञ विनाश लक्ष्मी नृसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की, पतित पावन शील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Prabhuji, for a blissful Kirtana. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhagavad Gita session day 13 today. Today we will be learning more about chapter 12, which is devotional service. There are different levels of devotional service. Prabhuji will explain more in detail. Request everyone to switch on your video and stay away from distraction for an hour or so. And do raise questions at the end of the session. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all. And today it's the 12th chapter, the last chapter of Bhakti Yoga. Especially in this, the chapter name itself is devotional service. Exclusively devotion. And the most important thing, how to worship the Lord today. Very, very clearly, Krishna is saying to Arjuna in which form or how should we worship the Lord. Okay. So to understand all this, let us first offer prayers to Guru and Krishna so that by their mercy, we'll be able to understand this transcendental knowledge. Okay. So now let us all chant the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nama Om Ishtapadaya Krishna Preshtaya Sri Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitikrapapadaya Gaura Katadamadaya Nagragramatarni Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girimetripatamaham Mundeshi Gurum Nir Nam Shiva Krishna. Now let us offer our humble obeisances and a gratitude to His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Before discussing today's chapter, let us just regain what we discussed yesterday. Yesterday, under the acronym Rupa, we discussed first our request. So Arjuna is requesting to see the universal form. So what in the 10th chapter, the Vibhuti Yoga, Krishna has said, it was verbal, and now we want to have the vision of it. So he's asking, can you please show me the universal form? Now Krishna is showing the universal form. And here you should understand the vision of a devotee and others. There are different levels of devotees. One is having of his own visualization of the Lord. See, everything is happening in front, but still the vision differs from each person to other. It depends how far we are progressing in our devotional service. Pure devotees can see the reality of this material world. And devotees who are practicing can see to their extent. And non-devotees can see only the material things. Nothing else will be visible to them. In which category do we belong? It's more important. You can see here Krishna description, and finally Sanjaya, what he is saying. He's saying just millions of suns, the effulgence of the sun. And here Arjuna is seeing everything, all the 14 planetary system, the whole universe is visible to him. He's seeing the sun and moon as his eyes and many things. There is no limit for his head, eyes, arms, belly, and anywhere, all the directions, all the 10 directions. It's only Krishna. And then in the fear state, he asks, who are you? What's the mission? And finally, Krishna says, I am Kalosmi. I am the time. Sarva harasya chaham. Everything will be there snatched. So become my devotee. Surrender. Once you surrender, you will be freed from all this such kind of miseries. That's what Krishna says. Daivesha gunamai mama maya duratya mamevaya prapadnite. I am the conqueror. This was in the 7th chapter. Then prayers of Arjuna. Arjuna is just glorifying. This is what we learned. So first it should be glorification in front of the Lord. Then obeisances and apology. Asking apology if knowingly or unknowingly if you have committed some mistakes. Then if you have any request, then you can do this. Okay. So requesting should be the last priority. The first priority is to glorify the Lord. So whenever we go to the temple, this is the first thing we have to. Then the beautiful form of the Lord is two-armed Krishna form, and that is the reality. Yeah. So this Vishwarupa is just showing the time being. That's it. And even the Chaturbhuja Rupa also is not so pleasing. It was Krishna's form. It was pleasing. And Krishna says, even the demigods, 33 crore devatas are waiting for this, my form of this Krishna. Okay. And today's session, Godhead options and devotees disposition. Now, as usual, we'll start with a small story. Know that how can we progress in our devotional service? What is that important thing, very important thing to maintain our mind, in our life? In Upadeshamrita, the very first verse, Rupa Goswami says, Vacho megam, manasa krodha vegam, juhpa vegam, udurupasta vegam, ethan vegam, yo vishaheta diraha. So, Vacho vegam, the tongue, the speech, the urge to speech has to be controlled. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam. Then jihva vegam, the taste. So tongue is the only, what I can say, part which has two qualities. One is tasting, another one is speech. So without the control of tongue, it's very, very difficult to progress in spiritual life. Not in spiritual life, even in material life. That is why two things we are doing. What is that? Early morning chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting. That's the speech. You're controlling the speech, making it, you're purifying your speech by chanting the holy names. It is getting purified. It is becoming spiritualized. Your tongue has become spiritualized. Then offering prasadam to the Lord and honoring it. And the taste part, you're feeding the prasadam. The transcendental prasadam is fed to the tongue. It's getting purified. Tongue is the most important. So today in small story, you'll just understand how important is our speech. Not just whimsically, whatever we want, you can speak. What will be the result of it? Okay. Once in a kingdom, the king was celebrating his birthday. A huge gathering was there. And he had prepared number of varieties of feast. He's just distributing to all. In one side, he's distributing to the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas one side, and for the Vaishyas one side, and for Shudras one side. Even for the dogs and ants, everything has been fed. Symptoms prasadam. That was the festival he was doing for his birthday. That was a celebration. So what happened in this Brahmanas group, one of Brahmana, he carried a vessel so that he can take prasadam to the house also for his family. So he took the prasadam. Meanwhile, what happened exactly at that time? One eagle was hunting and he got a snake. Just got hold of a snake and it was flying on them. So here what happened, the snake wants to save its life. So it is trying to bite the eagle. By spitting the poison mist from the eagle, and it just spilled into the vessel of that Brahmana. Here, then just is carrying that to his house. He went to house, whole family along with him. Everyone ate that. What happened? Everyone passed. Everyone died then. That's it. And now, this is like Brahma Hatya Papa, a Brahmana being killed by poisoning. There should be a result for it. So who will take this result? Now, Yamadharmaraj in a confusion state. Whom to give this sinful act? Can I give to a Brahmana? No way, because he is trying to take to his family. Why? How can we give this sinful action to him? Results you cannot give to him. Okay, for eagle? No. Snake is the food for eagle. It is doing its duty. It's just hunting a snake. Can we give this to snake? Array, now it's not even alive. It's already lost its life. What can we give to the snake? Then king. Array, he is celebrating in such a way. He wants to please everyone. How can we give to king? And what to do? This is staying as a pending case. So there are many pending. Even in our court, you can see there are many pending cases. The same way in Yamadharmaraj also there will be many pending cases where that result cannot be given to anyone. So he was waiting. Let time come. We'll give to the summons. After few months, few years, what happened? One person was coming in search of this king. He came. He did not know the route. So in the far distance, there was some lady who was tying the flowers, selling flowers. He went to her. He asked, "My dear lady, where is this king's palace? In which way should I go?" What did she say? "Oh, that person who poisoned the Brahmin family and killed them, that king. Oh, this is the route." And Yamadharmaraj said, "Yes, she is the right lady now to get the sinful results." He gave the whole Brahma Hatya Papa to that lady. Understood? Many times we speak unwanted things. It is not at all required. For example, we'll have some other names to many others, like short person, lengthy person, fat person, that person, this person. If something they have done in their life, we keep them as their name. And somebody is asking, what about him? We say our own understandings on certain persons. So in Kannada, there's a word. Mardaur Papa, Ardaur Bayalli. You should have heard this. A person is committed some sinful acts. The results come to the person who's speaking about it. So how important is our speech? When we speak unwanted things, we get the unwanted results like this. Who knows? We might get even this kind of a Brahmatya Papa also. Brahmatya Papa is not an ordinary thing. Oh, you have to suffer some huge results for a Brahmatya. So you might get even this by speaking just unwanted things. So you should be very careful. Just speak what is required, what is the necessary part. That's why always hearing more is important. That's why Krishna has given 2 years in one time. Always speak. And while before speaking, I'll say you all a golden rule, like how to avoid these things. Anywhere, whomever you're speaking or any decisions you're taking, just chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and take that decision. That is it. You want to speak to someone? You're thinking something to say? Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once and try to say. By that time, your intelligence is purified so much, it will give the intelligence. Krishna will guide you. This is what you have to speak and don't speak this, what you're thinking to speak. Just many times you see this materialist people, they say, oh, before speaking, you have to count at least 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you have to speak so that your intelligence will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once. Krishna will guide you for each and every speak which you are going to speak. Each and every word will be guided by you. So you don't get binded into this material. Okay? So you know the importance of speech today. So be careful. Chant more and more Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Your words, your speech, your tongue, everything gets purified. Eat more and more prasadam which is offered to the Lord. So your taste also gets purified. Then you'll be having the higher taste to experience. Okay? Okay. And today's acronym is God, G-O-D, Godhead, Options, Devotee's Disposition. So Bhagavad 12th chapter is Bhakti Yoga. And the very first question here, Arjuna says, Arjuna Vacha, Yevam Satata Yuktaye, Bhaktastvam Paryupasate, Ye Chapi Aksharam Avyaktam, Tesham Ke Yoga Vittamaha. Most important. Very important question here Arjuna is asking. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman the unmanifested, which is most important. Worshipping the light, seeing that Lord is everywhere, Lord is light, Lord is this, that impersonal way, or in a personal your form, which is important. After seeing this universal form, this is the question he is asking within a confusion state. Because already we saw in the 10th chapter also that there are different kinds of worshippers in Bahutas, thinking that many gods are all one, all are only one, only different names, and we give our own whimsical explanations to everything. What is truth? Whatever we say cannot be truth. No? So what scriptures say, what Lord is saying, that is absolute truth. And now Krishna is answering immediately in the next shloka. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Veshamano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayo Petas Te Me Yukta Tamam Mataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be the most perfect. Clear? It's very crystal clear answer Krishna is giving you. That is, worshipping this Krishna form, worshipping me is the perfect. Clear answer is given. So even Arjuna had this doubt, even many have this doubt, but without lack, that is like due to lack of knowledge, not having this knowledge, not knowing what Krishna's instructions, we just end up in doing many other things other than what scripture says, which is unauthorized. No results for such kind. Yes, it can be bad results. It can be other results, but not a good result, not a progressive result. Definitely not. This is what we should understand. If you are having a ticket which is not authorized, you are not allowed, whether it might be an aeroplane, train, bus, or whatever. Without authentic ticket, you are not allowed. The same way, something doing whimsically is of no use. So it's very clear. Krishna is instructing, it is my form, Arjuna. Whoever worships me is the perfect here. And now Krishna will explain why is this difficult also. Why you cannot worship the Brahman realization or the Lord as a light. What happens here? Kleshodikatarastesham avyakta saktachetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkam dehavabdheravapyate. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. Very clear, because that is not natural and it is not absolute. This we saw in the 7th chapter somewhere, Srimad Bhagavatam's one verse I was quoting, isn't it? So it says, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabhyate Vadanti tat tattvadasya jnanamadvayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabhyate. There are 3 ways of understanding the Lord or realizing the Lord. That is, one saying as Brahman, he is the light. And other is Paramatma, seeing him as Paramatma within our heart. And the third is Bhagavan. Actually, there are 3 levels of understanding. As I gave the example of the sun, and today I'll give another example. For example, one spiritual master sent his 3 disciples the very first time the train is coming there in their life, they're seeing the train. So he sent to a railway station, go see the train and come and explain to me what is train. The 3 disciples ran to the railway station. They were waiting. So one person was in a hurry, thought, let me first go to spiritual master and say, so that I'll get a good name. He just saw that. And the train with a big sound, it was coming, the light. Light was in the front and with a light it was coming. He just seeing that, he ran to the spiritual master and said, my dear spiritual master, I saw the train. I was the first person to tell you. Train is with a big light and a big sound. That is train. Wow, very good. And the second person was waiting for another moment. He saw behind that there was an engine. Oh, once again he ran to the spiritual master. My dear spiritual master, train means it is with the light, with a big sound, and there is an engine which is taking this. With a big sound it is coming. Okay, good, very good. Then the third person was patient. He was waiting till the end. He was waiting till the train left the station. Then he comes to the spiritual master. My dear spiritual master, train means it's a light. It's with big sound. And there's the engine. And behind the engine, there are so many bogies. And so many passengers enter. And they reach their destination. And many who have reached their destination, they get down from the train. This is what is a complete train. Now you say, which is right and which is wrong? Nothing is wrong in this. Everything is right. Correct? I hope you all understood. Train with the light. Yes, light is train. Sound, yes, that is train. Engine, that is train. Whole bogie, that is train. But how full we have completely understood this? The same word is this. Understanding the Supreme Lord, understanding Him as a light, as a Brahman. Yes, that is the effulgence of Krishna's body. It is emanating from this body. Paramatma, yes, is so merciful, is in everyone's heart as Paramatma. There is a second realization of the yogis. And finally, realizing everything as Bhagavan. Krishna is light, yes. Krishna is Paramatma, yes. Krishna is the Supreme Lord, yes. This is the complete realization. Clear? If we are not fully in intelligence, Krishna says less intelligent people may not be able to understand this in script. Bhagavad Gita says. So in that way, if you're not completely in knowledge, we think that Krishna is light. How can he be as a human being with us? That's what in 9th chapter Krishna says, Avajananti ma muda manushim tanamashitaha. When I take the form of a human being, fools deride me, that they don't accept me. Why? Because they are less intelligent. Alpa buddhi. Krishna says they're alpa buddhi. They're less intelligent, so they may not be able to understand this. Only a pure devotee was surrendered unto me. Bhaktya mama vijanati yavanyasmi tattvata. Only a pure devotee will be able to understand this, not others. Others also, even after hearing this, even after reading Bhagavad Gita, even taking this authentic message from the Lord, still we have our whimsical answers in our mind. We say our ancestors did this. This great Acharyas told that. That person told this. I am doing from so many years. Why should I change? Why should I accept Krishna as Supreme Person? See, one thing you should understand. Once there was a fire. The spiritual master said to the disciple, my dear disciple, if you keep your finger, it will burn. An intelligent person, oh, my spiritual master is saying something good for me, for my beneficial. Yes, my dear master, I will not keep my finger. Just in once he heard about it, and other person, he says, why should I listen to you? Let me experience. He'll keep his finger. What will happen? It will burn. Then he accepts, yes, my dear master, what you have said is absolutely right. I'll accept so that next time I'll not keep my finger. But a fool, what he does, he keeps the finger. He burns, he puts a bandage in anything. And the next day, when the same thing comes, yesterday it burned, why will it burn today? Let me experience today also, I'll keep another finger. We shouldn't become such kind of fools. Yes, we have practicing something. I'll never say that to stop anything, whatever you are doing in your life. But let us know the knowledge. Who is the Supreme Lord? What is the real purpose of our life? And what should we do? In this whole world, you cannot find devotees. You can find only the karma kandis, jnanis, yogis in this way. Devotees are very rare. That's what Krishna says. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschidati siddhaye. Out of millions, only one will be my devotee. Let us be that one among millions. We shouldn't be like seeing everyone, I follow the same thing. No. Let us be devotees. What Bhagavad Gita is saying, you cannot have a better authorized book than Bhagavad Gita. It's a manual for the human beings. Clear? Many things to say on this topic. Let's go for that now. We will see more about this impersonal and devotee. Meditate on formless. What happens when we are in thinking that Lord is a light? Start meditating on formless. How can you do that? We are not able to meditate on Lord Krishna itself. See, devotee meditate on deity form, seeing the Achavigraha of the Lord and seeing the form of the Lord. He starts meditating. Even then, it is so difficult. Mind reels here and there. What to speak of formless? Many will go to some meditation part and they'll just think, meditate on nothing. Oh, that nothing can be meditated. Some sitting in a dark room and meditating. We are already in a state of ignorance, mode of ignorance. Tamoguna. Sleep is more. And our daydreams are very high. So sitting in a dark room, what happens? We'll have a good sleep or we'll have a good daydream and come out and say, oh, it was very good. That's what is our experience. We are not experiencing the reality. Clear? So reality is Krishna. Krishna's worship. Start serving him. Let us come out of the darkness. Yeah, control the senses. Here you have to control the senses. But in devotional, no. Engage your senses. Get up in the morning. Try to serve the Lord. Offer some prasadam to him. Use your tongue, eyes, ears, everything in the Lord's service. Chant the holy names of the Lord. See the beautiful form of the Lord. Engage all our senses. Nowhere you are stopping it. So understand the Brahman through Upanishad, learn Sanskrit, non-perceptual feelings. To understand Brahman, it is so difficult, you know. You have to read all the Upanishads, you have to read the Vedas, Sanskrit, and so many things. And beyond that, it is non-perceptible. You can't even just imagine or feel or anything. That way you have to. But here, understand Krishna through devotional service by rendering Navavida Bhakti, all the 9 devotional processes you can do, and you can just Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Till Atmanivedanam you can go, starting from Shravanam, hearing. Chanting and hearing is the most important. By that you're just holding the japa beats, you're doing the Smaranam also, you're just touching the lotus feet of the Lord and pulling it towards you. That's it. Then troublesome, definitely this will be troublesome, but this is easy and natural because we are doing a natural thing. What we are doing so many days, that's what we are doing, but we are doing this for the Lord. So no relationship with the Lord. What relationship will have with the light? With the formless, what relationship will have? But here, intimate personal relationship with the Lord. And here depends on our own endeavor. But here Krishna delivers devotees. As I said in the 6th chapter, giving an example, difference between a yogi and devotee. Crossing the road, the kid holds the hands of father, but a devotee gives his hand to father's hand, so that nowhere he can be escaped. His father takes care of him. Krishna takes care of the devotee. Then partial realization, even after so much difficulties and troublesome, it is only partial realization. In the example of the train, it's only the light, sound, and engine. That is it. You're not seeing the other portions. You're not experiencing the bliss. It is only Sat and Chit. That is a eternal and complete knowledge in that. There's nothing called like bliss. But here, complete realization, that is Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. You are experiencing the bliss out of this devotional service. And a devotee is happy in this material world, in the next also, or even if he gets liberated in the spiritual world also. But a yogi, yes, is struggling now, and he'll be struggling in his next life also. Yeah. And here, options Krishna gives. What kind of options here Krishna is giving for our gradual growth? In just here. The highest is mind fixed on Krishna will live in relationship with Krishna. Mind and everything is completely dependent on Krishna, and you're completely absorbed in Krishna. Is it easy or difficult? It is the easiest process, but we cannot do. Because from 84 lakh species, what we are doing? Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam scha. Isn't it? Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, that is what is our job. As a monkey, as a dog, as a cat, as a hog, whatever you're doing, the same thing. Now at once coming to the human form and thinking that, oh, I should be completely absorbed in the Lord also, is not possible. Krishna says, but this is highest. You have to practice for this. Okay, try the other one. What is that? Follow regulative principles of sadhana bhakti, develops desire to attain Krishna. Do sadhana bhakti. That is what we are practicing. Chanting Hare Krishna. Do you have any taste in chanting? No. We don't have love. We don't have taste, nothing, but still we are practicing. This is called sadhana bhakti. Sadhana means practicing bhakti, practitioner. And by this, you develop the desire to love the Lord, to have a relationship with Him or get to the spiritual world, something like this. Now, even that is not possible. I'm not able to get up. I'm not able to chant. And for me, offering also is not possible. Then Lord says, work for Krishna will reach the stage of devotional service. At least try to work for Him. There is some festivals, Krishna Janmashtami or Rath Yatra, somewhere. Come there, distribute prasadam. So do some service, come and clean the temple whenever you are free. Whenever you are doing free, come and serve the devotees. Somewhere you do some services. Now our online services are there. Take up calling service. I hope many devotees were calling you. Do the calling service. Or else this kind of if you are technically good, take up some technical service and do it for Krishna. Clear? And yeah, that is also not possible. I'm very lazy, I cannot do anything now. So Krishna is giving another option also. Renunciation, cultivation of knowledge and meditation, purification, peace, gradual development. At least practice something like this. Renunciation. The very first thing is be a donor. Cannot do anything. At least you are earning something. Out of your 100 rupees, at least give 1 5 rupees, 10 rupees for the Lord's service. It becomes purified. If this is not possible, this. If this is not possible, this. If this is not possible, this. The last one is donation. We think sometimes, oh, he's a great donor, he's a great person. No, he is the last person who is giving money because he is not able to do any other thing, so he is giving money. Some do everything and give money. He is the greatest. That is different. Some just to show off. At least they are giving their money in the Lord's service. That means they are getting purified. Their wealth, their money, their earnings is getting purified. And by that purification, they get some kind of a mood to do some service. So when they come, they serve for 4 people or something. In that way they go. And then finally somewhere the Sukruti is developing in their life by serving the devotees and the Lord. Then finally they'll come up to take up this Bhagavad Gita. Somewhat. Okay, let us attend one class. What is that? In this way, something they come, they hear something, some alertness in their life, it will come. Then they say, oh, let us take it this seriously. Then they start chanting, they are praying. In this way, one after the other will be just growing. That's what has happened in all your life. This is how we come. It might be in one lifetime or many lifetimes also. This is the progress happens. Only by Sukruti you'll be able to come and hear this. It is not that ordinary people, everyone can come and hear Bhagavad Gita. We send these messages to hundreds and then thousands and millions like, but everyone are not coming. No? They are not, don't have that Sukruti. Only some, we have a little bit Sukruti also, they get the message, but they see that and they enter the group also. Even then they may not be able to. So in that way, but who are all attending regularly, definitely all are fortunate souls. Brahmanda Brahmita Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Lata Beach. Very fortunate souls only can get this. But from here, how far we are fortunate, how far you are utilizing our fortunate thing is more important. See, Bhagya Devate, the goddess of fortune, will tap the door of our house only once. You should open and welcome inside. If you are lazy, you cannot go and open the door. That's it. You are missing our opportunity now. Clear? And now we can see through the verses. The same thing Krishna is saying. Perfected devotional service. Mayeva mana adatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya nivashishyasi mayeva nata urdvam na samshayaha. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always without a doubt. Very clear? This is the perfect devotional service, that is Manasa, Vacha, Karmena, always having the mood and the thought of the Lord. Whatever the service we do, it is for pleasing the Lord. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're hearing, whatever you're eating, whatever you're sleeping, your each and every work can be done to please the Lord. This is a complete devotional service. Clear? Now, if you are not possible in this, then it is sadhana bhakti. Ada chittam samadatum na shaknoshi mai stiram Abhyasa yogena tato mam ichaptum dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, without deviation, it's not possible. I have so many problems. I have so many commitments. I have so many desires to be fulfilled. Everything is coming in between now. So definitely I'll get deviated. Then what happens? Then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. Start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly. Start offering prasadam to the Lord regularly. That's sufficient. Daily doing it will develop a desire because Krishna starts reciprocating. Then we realize, yes, there is Krishna. He has reciprocating to me. And finally, you start developing the love towards Krishna. In this way, our progress starts. But without doing the basics, it will be difficult. Okay. The rules and regulations of Bhakti. Process to purify the senses by guidance of spiritual master. Just by chanting and doing this, no? Yes. Also with the guidance of his spiritual master. It should be. Then rise. What are the basic things you have to do? Rise early. It is Brahma Murta Samaya or before the sunrise. That's why we say Surya Namaskar. What is that? And for a person to be healthy, not only healthy, wealthy, prosperous, you have to wake up early. Before the sunrise, you have to welcome the sun. To welcome him, you should be clean enough. Not just opening our eyes and at least take bath, be clean ourselves. And then welcome the Lord, that is Surya Narayan, the light. Clear? This is gross understanding, like because you're seeing the light, you're seeing the sun, you're welcoming him. Just a namaskara to the Lord. And if you understand Supreme Lord, Krishna is all in all, start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Attend some Mangalarti in a temple, something like that. Say, enter temple and offer prayers. Then chant Hare Krishna. Offer flowers to deities. Cook for deities. Honor prasadam. Constant hearing of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees. That is Srila Prabhupada. Hear from Srila Prabhupada regularly. Some of the other lectures of him. Every day process. And whatever you're preparing, prepare that for Krishna. And try to offer to the Lord every day with tulsi. That's more important, with a tulsi leaf on it and 1 drop of honey. Sorry, ghee. 1 drop means you can put 1 spoon also, not a problem. That way, these 2 things is must. The ghee and the tulsi. This way you have to offer to the Lord. And the mood. The main thing is the mood, what purpose, for what you are doing it. See your qualification, anyone can do. Result, surety of love of God. Definitely there is a progress in this, there is no doubt. There is no doubt in it that there is without progression, no. Day by day you will be progressing. You can see in these differences of this 12 days before, how were we and now how we are. What's our consciousness? What is our thought process? How we are developing it. Before it was so ignorant we were. We don't know what is the purpose of life. But at least now we are realizing. Verbally, theoretically, at least we are understanding. Okay, still it has not come to our practice or not experiencing it. But theoretically, at least we are. And everyone know that what we are hearing is good. Clear? Nobody have doubt in on. Whatever we are hearing, whatever Bhagavad Gita is saying, everything is good for us. Yes, this is reality. Clear? Yes, but executing is, knowing is better, fine. At least something you're with knowledge now. But after that, you have to execute. In Karma Yoga, Krishna says here, Abhyasepya samarthosi mat karma paramo bhava madartam api karmani urvan siddhim avapsyasi. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. See here, even Maharaj, they are cooking. This some cleaning services. Some service you can take to the Lord and you do. You can do even in your house. Clean the altar, clean this, something like this. Or come to some temple, There's so many opportunities to serve. Okay, I cannot to come to temple on it. At least we are preaching. You can engage in this service. Take some technical services which we have or something. There are so many services available. You can take one or the other service and you can execute for the Lord's pleasure. In this way, we get the love towards the Lord. If one cannot follow regulative principles, engage all external senses in working for Krishna. Internally, it's not possible. At least externally, we can do this. Work for Krishna's benefit, and you will come to the perfect stage. Okay? Just to please Krishna. Then give up the results. The last, this is, you are not able to work for him. You are not able to do sadhana. You are not able to become a pure devotee. At least what you have, purify yourself. Ataitadapi asaktosi kartum madhyogam ashritaha sarva karma palatyagam tata kuru tata yatatmavan. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness, me, then try to act, giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. That is what our ancestors were doing. When they go to some job, when they get this monthly salary, they used to take all the salary, keep in front of the Lord, at the lotus feet of the Lord. Complete surrender. All their results was given to the Lord. From then, later part, they take the permission of the Lord and take that money and utilize in their services. Just by this consciousness, you cannot do wrong things also. Something you're collecting from the permission of the Lord, how can you utilize that amount for the illegal purpose? Abominable work, you are not capable of doing it because you are in a fear that, I have taken the permission of the Lord. In those days, they were so, I can say, truthful. Once they give a word, they supposed to forget that. If they say runa, in those days, you have seen this business. When we buy this vegetables or fruits, what will they do? Have you heard about kosuru? I don't know in English what they say. Something extra. After waiting 1 kilo of vegetables, carrot, you think 1 kilo. After that, they'll put 2 carrots extra. Why? Sure. We shouldn't be in their runa. We shouldn't be in their this thing. It becomes a burden to us. Then I should take another life to give that to them. So it shouldn't be in my name. Something I shouldn't have that runa. So they keep on giving it. Then what happened? Then it came with a digital scale. No, it has to be given correctly. Like only 1 kilo we will give, not even a single more. Then what happened? The cheating tendency, how we are degrading day by day. Then they started this 1 kilo stone. I have seen because even I'm a businessman. I know this thing. 1 kilo stone, they just start rubbing it. They'll reduce some 50 gram out of it. And through that, they'll wait. Okay, this is all cheating. So the digital one came. Now what they're doing? Digital has become more advanced. For every 10 kilo, 100 grams has been reduced. And it will show, for 900 grams, it will show 1 kilo. And yesterday I was seeing some video in a WhatsApp. They have a remote now. Somebody is waiting. There is 90 kilos. By remote only, it'll reduce 10 kilos, 20 kilos. What is happening here? Just see the lack of knowledge. Without Bhagavad Gita, what our life is going to happen here? It's becoming worse and worse day by day. We are becoming sinful day by day. This is what we are doing now. And we're always trying to snatch from others. And something, today's life, how it is. So many people have so many commitments. They're not able to live without commitment nowadays. They earn 100 rupees, they spend 200 rupees. What they earn, double that they want to spend. Show off to the world that I'm great, I'm superior, I'm this, I'm that. How far you can do this? Use some common sense. Lead a life of reality. So many people have spoiled their life by such kind of a lifestyle. Taking money from somebody else, it is like Bhashana. In those days, you should see this person who is giving loan, you'll just forget. You'll give to them and you'll forget. To whom they'll not even have the accounting, In those days, they know very well. That person, wherever is he, definitely will come and give to me. You'll just give them and happily will sleep. And that person who has taken, sure, I have taken so much money to my daughter's marriage, I have to return, I have to run. Day and night he'll be working and his two hands will come and give off to him. My runa has been completed. Now I given your amount back. But nowadays, what is happening? A person who gives loan, he cannot sleep. He should be roaming. This person taking the loan, he'll change the place and he'll be moving here and there and he'll be hiding or he'll be running away. How much we are degrading day by day. We are not thinking of this higher knowledge that we have to be purified. Our money should be purified, should be engaged in the Lord's service so that it gets purified. So there are many people, devotees, every month they do, it's a percentage of thing they'll engage in the Lord's service. So that becomes, everything becomes purified. As offering, we give in a cup to the Lord and finally we add to the whole. Then everything gets prashadam. The same way, something engaging in the Lord's service, everything becomes spiritualized. Clear? This is the last, but if you're not able to do the devotional part, at least this one you have to engage. Okay, devotee's disposition. Now you can see the devotee's position, like qualities that endear one to Krishna. What are the qualities that makes Krishna closer to us? Or we becoming closer to the Lord? What is the qualities that should we have? Here? It's here. Qualities that endear one to Krishna, attitude towards oneself, and dealing with other living entities. How should we behave? What is our character? That's what I'm saying about this. Once we give a word, no, never they'll forget. And see, nowadays, lie has become so prominent. Lie has become like a common word. Doing the mistake for the first time, it is really very difficult. Once we start doing mistakes, it becomes very casual. Those days, one lie, they say, oh, I have to go to the hell. Never ever I can say a lie, they used to say. Now, what is happening? Each and every 2 words, there is one lie. That is what our life. Just experience, or you already experienced in life, nothing like that. Some person is coming to your house, you think, just ask him where you are. You say, sir, another 10 minutes, I'll be in your house. Where is he? Still, he'll be in his house, lying on his cot. Then another 10 minutes, you call, sir, I'm this traffic jam, sir. Vehicle got punctured, sir. Whether others are doing or I am doing, I don't want to offend you all saying that you are doing this. So you have heard this, no? Many saying, or even sometimes even we are saying this. And for someone you are given a word that 6 o'clock I'll be there. How many are going at 5:55 there? Somebody's precious time we are utilizing. We are taking this precious time. We have to pay for it, you know. Actually, by this such kind of attitudes, we are reducing our life. Our life is 100 years. We are taking everyone's precious time and we are losing our life. Our time has been lost. These are all very subtle things. Saying a lie is not so simple thing. And nowadays it has become very casual. Very easily we say a lie. Anyone asks anything, we just say or as you saw that lady saying some other thing. Some mistake has happened. Some work, you are doing some work. And if it has come a little bit wrong, for example, preparation of some cooking part, you think, some salt is more. Because she came and disturbed, so it became more. And it is my mistake, something salt I put more easily, you can accept this. Yes, by mistake it has happened. Sorry. Finished in one word. But I'm putting more wastage or the dirt on my head now. Blaming others out of my mistake. Simple thing. What is the lifestyle that we are leading now? Just understand. This all, don't think just goes away like that only. No. For each and everything, there's a result. You saw in that story itself, saying one word is so much of a Brahma Hatya Papa she got. Then imagine something saying a lie. What kind of a result that we are going to get? So what is my character? In those days, they used to say, those days only they used to say these things. So how previous days were there? They say if you lose something, the wealth is lost, something is lost. Sorry, the wealth is lost, nothing is lost. Your health is lost, something is lost. Your character is lost, everything is lost. But nowadays, how it is? Character is lost, oh, nothing you are lost. Health is lost, something is lost. But wealth, you have lost. Oh, everything lost. You don't have money, no life. This is what our life now. Our lifestyle is this. Those days, oh, so many topics I can say, but in 1 hour, I don't know how far I'll be able to. Those days, some women used to come out of the house. They just fold their hands and give obeisances to them. And they're not able to see the lady's face also. Even. She used to cover her whole body, and they used to have so much of respect to the ladies. And nowadays, some ladies come out, we see on from top to down. Everyone have become sense objects for us. What kind of a life we are leading? Not we, even they. What kind of a life is this? You should see the scriptures, how that's why Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam says what is their life. On that day also I'm saying, every time I say this. See, Lakshmana did not see the face of Sita Devi. Even in that Kishkinda, they show that the jewelry, did not recognize life. Last in the her leg finger ring, seeing that he recognized, yes, this is my Sita, Mother Sita's. Then I think Sugriva will ask, I showed all the jewelry, did not recognize. He said, I have seen only the legs of my Mother Sita. This is what is our culture. We are not demons. Everything for our sense gratification. So character most important. Okay, dealings with other living entities. One topic is giving so much of knowledge to us. How we are dealing with others. So many before those days, they used to have this rangoli. What is that rangoli? Rangoli, they used to have this raised floor. That rangolis they used to. It is decorating the house also, and it is the food for the ants and other creatures. In every house they had this cat, dog, everything. That is a domestical animal. They used to feed all the animals. It is said, before eating, you have to feed a cow. After eating, you have to feed a dog. This is our culture. Not being selfish, so that whatever I have, only it's for me. Those days, I don't know how far about your families or my families. Before you used to go to my grandfather, he used to first his bite of the food used to give for the crows. Anything they used to take his food and he used to keep outside because it has to be provided to others. This was the mood they had. And nowadays, even a single penny we are not supposed to give to anyone. They're so selfish. Okay, a reaction when things happen to them. And if anything happens to them, see the way which we take, some mistake has happened. Yes, it is mine. It is because of me only this has happened. And anything good happens, no, it is because of everyone, because of everyone's support, this has happened. But nowadays, we take only main name and fame, it's only for me. Any smallest mistake, we have a blame game showing to on others. Right opposite we are doing. Definitely we are not in a right path. Okay, dealings with the Lord. The basic things we don't have, where is the Lord now? And when it comes for other living entities, there's another story. In Srimad Bhagavatam about Shibi Maharaj. So just I want to say that so that you can understand how important is this. What was the nature of those days that kings and their great devotees? Why? What was the mood of them? This Shibi Maharaj was a great king. His name and fame was just glorified in all the three worlds. So once Indra thinks, Sare is an ordinary Kshatriya and a king, he's glorified so much, let me test him. Indra and Agni comes. They take a form of an eagle and a pigeon. So this Agni just comes within this kingdom of Shibi in an assembly, big assembly, a big gatheration has been happened. This pigeon comes flying and sits on the lap of the king. Oh, the king says, yes, pigeon, what you need now? Then he says, one eagle is chasing me, hunting me. Please protect me. You are the king. It's the duty of the king to protect all its subjects. And the Shibi Maharaj gives a word to that pigeon that I will save your life. Keep my life in between and I'll save you. This is what he gives the word to the pigeon. Meanwhile, the Garuda, that was Indra, he was waiting outside. He came as an eagle and he said, oh, this is my food. Then the king says, no, I've given the word to the pigeon that I will protect. I'll give you other food. He says, what is the right thing, king, you are doing? Already I've got my food in my hands and you're snatching it from me. You're saying that you'll give the other food? No, I need this pigeon as my food. He says, no, I've given a word. There is a big conversation. Finally, he says, okay, I will give the flesh of my body to the weight of this pigeon. Now the Garuda is saying, eagle is saying, okay, fine. I'll agree to this deal because your flesh will be more tastier than this pigeon's. Okay, fine. And he calls for the scale. He keeps in front of that assembly. So many gatherings. He keeps one side this pigeon. He cuts from his thighs the flesh and puts for the weight. Just imagine pricking a small needle into our body. It's so painful. And cutting the flesh of his leg, how painful it might be. But the word he has given to that eagle is doing it. Just to save that pigeon, he's doing that. He just cuts his flesh and puts to the scale. And it is Agni, is increasing his weight. He's just testing this king. Then the weight is not equal now. Just he cuts the whole leg and puts. Even then it's not becoming equal. Then he puts the other flesh he cuts. That is also not coming. The other leg he puts. Then one hand he puts. And then finally, what is it? Complete his whole body is dropping into that scale. He's sacrificing is a great king. Samrat he was. He's ruling the whole world just for a small pigeon. Is giving his whole life. As soon as he comes and sits in the scale, then the scale comes down. Then they show the real form, Agni and Indra. And Shivi Maharaj comes to his natural, normal body, and Indra says, I came to test you, but I was defeated, my dear king. I did not expect you are so great. Being a Samrat, you're ready to give your whole life for a small pigeon. What kind of a kind-hearted person you are. This was Shivi Maharaj. This is the attitude to other living entities. Now, a small mosquito comes and bites, what we do? We just kill it. Some ant comes, we kill it. Here, where were our kings and our ancestors, and where are we now? What is our character? What is our nature? How selfish we are. So what kind of a sinful life we are leading now? Take care, think about it, lead a better life, lead a devotional life. Just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and take prasadam. That will definitely purify us, no doubt in it. Okay, now let us go to the next. Attitude towards oneself. Nirmama, free from sense of proprietorship. Be free from proprietorship. Don't be selfish. Let us be selfless. Free from false ego, knows that I am not the body. Free from false ego. That is, once you think that I am not this body, then there is no requirement for the body. You automatically start neglecting the body's requirements, desires. You start feeding the soul. You think on the soul platform. Then Gata Vyatha, pain-free. Sarvaramba Parityagi, free from all endeavors. Once we come to our reality, and we will be free from all our endeavors, unwanted desires. Unwanted, being a greedy person. Just those days, how much mat you have, tried to stretch your legs so much. Be a happy life. Nowadays, what do? We just snatch that mat to the legs that we have. What happens? The mat gets teared. Not only the mat, our life also gets teared by this. Please try to lead a simple life. That is the happiest life. Okay. Then dealing with other living entities. Non-envious, kind to everyone, be kind to everyone. Equal to friends and enemies. There's no enemies. Once you become a soul, there's no enemy. And I think you'll be knowing in the next chapter somewhere it comes. Oh, it's already come in the Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahminika Vyastani Shunicheva, 5th chapter itself. We saw the brotherhood. Once we come to the platform of a soul, we'll be able to see, recognize each and every living entity which is related to Krishna. And all are my brothers and sisters in this way. There's no enemy. In Udasina, without cares. By this, he will not become Udasina also. Oh, nothing is related. So he'll not sleep, he'll not become a lazy person. he will be executing his duties, and always free from contaminating association. The world is contaminated. That's what what I can say, quality of a devotee. He just searches for the good things out of the waste, out on the dirt. How a cock or the hen just keeps on searching for the grain in the dust. The same way, in the dirt, we have to keep on searching. This whole world is something like a dirt. To keep on searching for the good things. The association of devotees, association of pious people, not demons, all cheaters, womanizers, drunkards. No, not such kind of association. We are that you can change. At least the association is more important. Then silence. Silence is today, I hope you understood about the importance of silence. Unwanted things. And silence, when you're speaking the whole day about Krishna, it is silent because it is not giving you any binding results. It is actually purifying you. The whole day I'll be speaking, but still I am mauni, very much silent. Because unwanted things we don't speak. Devotees always speak about just glorification of the Lord. Bhagavad Gita glorification, Bhagavatam glorification, Lord's glorification, devotees glorification. That's what. Then reacting to situations. Here you can see how they react to this. Satisfied, neither rejoices nor grieves over material gain or loss. Self-controlled, completely perfect mystic, neither laments nor desires. Tolerant, transcendental in face of all kinds of auspicious, inauspicious, and sinful acts. And equipoised in happiness and distress, equipoised in dualities. There's no dualities once we come to the devotional service. There is no anxiety also. Actually, we live a life of Vaikuntha in this Kunta. This is known as Kunta. Kunta is nothing but anxieties. Vaikuntha without anxieties. We lead a life of Vaikuntha in Kunta. In this material world itself, we experience the Vaikuntha. Then, Apekshaha, neutral, does not care for any residence. He knows that whole universe is mine because my father is Krishna. So everything belongs to me. The whole universe itself is mine, not just my own lonely house. So it's neutral. Then Suchi, pure, Daksha, expert. These are the qualities when we become closer or we just become a devotee of the Lord. Natural qualities that we get. Dealings with the Lord. Determined, mind and intelligence fixed entirely on the Supreme Lord. Engaged in devotional service. Fixed. Fixed is the most important thing. Constant. Not just one day doing, other day sleeping. Not only this 18 days. Yes, 18 days. When we go for school, education, after that, you implement for your whole life. Not after that, you close all your books and take out whatever they are learned and throw it away. No. Why do we go to school and colleges and read all this? For a better life, no? The same thing is Bhagavad Gita. After learning so many things, how much we are implementing in our lifestyle. How do we are changing our lifestyle? How do we are making ourselves as a devotee? How we are making ourselves more closer to the Lord? This all matters. Just be fixed. What we are doing for this 18 days should continue for our whole life so that we will become a pure devotee. Okay? Okay. Becoming very dear to the Lord. This is the next level. What? This is the next level. Yetu dharmamritam midam yatoktam paryupasate shraddhadanamat parama bhaktastetiva me priyaha. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. And more dear is devotees like Srila Prabhupada, who went to a place of hell when it is compared to devotional service. Actually, America is a hell because it is only filled with sense gratification. He made them devotees. They were hippies. Even the government was scared to deal with them. And they had a vow that never ever will listen to people who are above 40 years. Because they give knowledge to us how to lead a life, be like this, be that. Yes, they had guns, and even police, when somebody comes, They'll shoot and that was, even the government was scared of that hippies. 70 years old person went there and preached to them. And they have given so much trouble to Srila Prabhupada in the beginning. But he was very tolerant. Started serving them lovingly, seeing them as a temple, their body as a temple of the Lord, seeing the Lord within them. He started feeding them this prasadam. He used to cook and he used to feed the prasadam to them and do this kirtan part, made them to dance. And later part, they became such a great devotees. They were slaves of Srila Prabhupada. They started serving Srila Prabhupada in such a great way. Small thing I'll say about my Guru Maharaj and other sannyasis. My Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, is from America. But finally he took the Indian citizenship because of the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. He said, I'm giving the kingdom of God, you develop. He came to Mayapur, started developing it. And even today he's serving his spiritual master. He says, when Srila Prabhupada in his old age, when he was in Mayapur, he was not able to walk. So in the early morning, he used to pass the stool. They had a, what I can say, the stool passing some vessel or something. Collecting that stool and taking, they had a fight. Who? These disciples. This is my service to Srila Prabhupada. They had a quarrel, and finally it was my Guru Maharaj who came and made a list to them. This day, this person will do. This day, this person will do. Weekly, there was a timetable to carry the stool of Srila Prabhupada. They became such a pure devotees, And still we sometimes, some people speak, I'll get very offended hearing their words. They say, this English people have taken this Krishna consciousness. They've taken this ISKCON, You should be very careful. It's all Westerners. This money goes to Western countries. Or some will say, from Western countries, something is coming here. Whimsically, not knowing anything, however the word is, just mouth is there without anything. Tongue is without any bone, so it's boneless, so you can speak anything. They keep on speaking. Yes, definitely they were hippies, but what happened to their life? Just enter and see. Such great. And you can see in Bangladesh, when Guru Maharaj goes there, there's a Pandal program of 5 lakh people. 5 lakh people gather there. They love him so much. We don't know. Still, we are not experienced certain things. How much Srila Prabhupada and his disciples are sacrificing their life for our sake. We are all nothing in front. Actually, you can take example of us. We are conducting this 18 days sessions from so many months. We are working out. Not only me, it's a team work. Are they expecting anything from you all? Nothing. Selfless service. Just imagine my spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada, how much have they sacrificed their life. This is, but why will they not be dear to Krishna? Isn't it? Why will they not be dear to Krishna then? Such a selfless service they are making everyone to make devotees of Lord Krishna. Why will Krishna will not be dear to them? So are we in this platform? Yes, today we are in a platform of taking, and tomorrow we should come to the platform of giving. Just say to 10 people about Bhagavad Gita, about the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Preach to them. Krishna is supreme. Take up Krishna consciousness. Make your life perfect. Then you will also become dear to Krishna. Okay. 12th chapter. Very important. Here under the acronym God, G-O-D. First the Godhead. What is the way to worship? Whether it's impersonal or personal. You got the answer. The options. The way how to progress, the topmost, but where do I stand? So what should I do? And devotees' disposition. You can see devotees, how they deal with themselves, with others, other living entities, or with the Supreme Lord. Yeah. And now, from tomorrow, what we are going to see? Jnana Yoga. 6 chapters of Jnana Yoga. The very first chapter is 13th chapter. In this chapter, what happens? There's some technical words. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, in this form. It was very difficult to understand. Prabhupada made it very simplified. And Day by day, it is becoming simplified. I also will try to make it more simplified by giving some examples so that you can all can understand in a better way. Okay. Tomorrow it's a wise questions, then items of knowledge, soul and super soul, and enlightenment. And now there's a quiz link. Once again, I request each and everyone to participate in this action. This okay. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. तथा चैवोत्तमं लोके तपा श्रीहरि कीर्तनं कलौ युगे विशेषेण विष्णुप्रीत्यै समाचरत्. In this way, the most perfect penance to be executed in this world is the chanting of the name of Lord Sri Hari. This is only tapasya you have to do, nothing else. Get up morning only for chanting. Don't bind your life for other purposes. Getting up for office, getting up for doing my work, getting up for cooking, or getting up for my business or something. No. Getting up for Lord's sake. The very morning starts with auspiciousness. Taking bath so that I should be clean and offer my prayers to the Lord. Then chant one round. That is sufficient. Start your day with chanting Hare Krishna Maha. That starts our life with connecting to the Lord. The whole day becomes auspicious by the second. Clear? Especially in the age of Kali. We are in Kali Yuga. One can satisfy the Supreme Lord Vishnu by performing Sankirtana. Only by chanting the holy names of Lord you can please him. There is no other way. Skanda Purana says this. The Chaturmasya Mahatmya. This is the 4th month of Chaturmasya. Many devotees observe Chaturmasya. And today it is Dwadashi. This is a breaking time also. I'll let you know that. Okay. And our it is Lakshmi Narsimhadev, Gandharva Giridhara, and ISKCON HBR. So if you have any questions, you can raise your hands. And meanwhile, we'll see some reporting back.
Chandrasekhar. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Chandrasekhar, for the wonderful explanation. Yeah, we'll go through some feedback from yesterday as well. And Anil Prabhu, you can share your screen. Yeah. Regarding yesterday's report, Prabhu, 50 devotees attended the session and 25 devotees attended the quiz. 22 devotees did the chanting and everything. There is a bit improvement there in that compared to yesterday.
No. I think as yesterday or day before, Mr. Rajkumar was saying, don't think that we are not.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
We are not reporting. For some reason, they might forget, busy with their busy schedule, not still practiced. They might forget reporting. So one day they'll report, one day they might report. But I hope almost everyone, all the 50 who are attending, are at least chanting and offering. That will be happening.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. But reporting is important.
Yes, yeah.
By your attentivity, your constancy develops, your determination develops, so that you can just keep on following this. Otherwise, without reporting, it cannot last for a long time. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji. Next.
So there were a few questions as part of feedback.
Yes.
So can you increase the okay. So Suman question is like God has many avatars, but only that devotees can see, or even devotees not able to see that. So that's the question, I think.
What is the question? What is the understanding between the see? See in the sense only understanding or seeing them personally?
Seeing them looks like
seeing it only devotees. No one else can see. And understanding, yes, we can have this pastimes of Nrsimhadev. Yesterday I was saying about Matsya Avtara. In this way, non-devotees also hear, everyone can hear about it. But seeing, even I cannot see. Only devotees can have this Leela pastime, and they'll be able to see. Okay. Yes.
Okay. So next question is from Vaishali Mataji. I understand that we need to follow the scriptures for everything, but I am just curious about the reason behind a few practices, please. So one of them is this. The Sri Garuda Purana is read only during the time of Shraddha and is not even spoken of during normal times. It is heard by just a handful of people who may or may not even understand its lessons.
Okay,
If
let
it
me
is
answer
discussed
this first.
open, shall
Let
I
me
continue?
answer this
Hmm?
first. Let me answer one after the other.
Okay.
Purana. See, Vyasadeva has given 18 Puranas, and 6 Puranas is in goodness, 6 Puranas in the mode of passion, and 6 Puranas in the mode of ignorance. So one Purana attracts one kind of people. And this Garuda Purana speaks about the hellish worlds, the journey after our death. And it is scary to people who are sinful. So it is, you shouldn't read this, you shouldn't hear this, because it's a very scary thing. They might take a decision, something indifferent. So others, they'll become more afraid fearsome in their life. In this way, it is said, not everyone, only during the death or something to know this. Actually, Purana, it is for everyone. Everyone should read. Actually, a strong person can read every day, can understand what is Garuda Purana, what is after death. So at least by that, we'll learn that this is the mistakes. If we commit, this is the punishment I'll be getting for this mistake. For this offense, I'm getting this kind of punishment. So you can read everything. And many, they say not to keep in the house. It's a Purana. It is to keep in house and to read only. Lord Vyasadeva has written this. No? Yes. But sometimes that is also true. Why? Are we capable of reading this? So the elders, they see this, yes, these people are unqualified to read this. So they say in other word, so better don't read this, don't keep in house. It's a safe thing for you not to keep in house. So in that way they say. But if we are strong enough to take the reality of our life, we can read this and see what happens to us after our death, so that we can get prepared for it. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Next.
Yeah, the follow-up of that is what you said, bro. Like if it is discussed openly and we come to know of the extreme punishments that our soul has to undergo by doing bad deeds, will it not make us much more conscious of what we do and the way we live our life?
Yes, it is two-way, Mataji, not one way. Don't think always. You see, it is your nature. Yes, this is said already revealed, so that I'll make my lifestyle accordingly. That is your nature. But others, everyone not in the same platform. No? When you see sometimes doctors, they'll not reveal the truth to the patients, knowing their nature. Somebody is having cancer, they don't say to them. Indirectly, they say to some relatives, and they say, ask them to take this medicine. They have cancer. And these relatives also, nothing you have. Little bit this thing, infection, that's it. You take this medicine, regular medicines has to be taken to reduce that. Something, all they say a big story out of it. Why? Why can't they say cancer to them? They may not be strong enough to hear that truth. No? In that way, Garuda Purana, taking this truth, somebody may not be able to take up that. So it is said in that. Same to all, but we don't know, because this world, the lifestyle, and our this thing is degrading day by day. We may not be able to take this many. They might even get heart attack by hearing this Garuda Purana, because they have committed so many sinful actions in their life, thinking one after the other, they might even get. So it cannot be revealed so easily. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Next.
Yes, sir. Yeah, in the end, Mataji is saying it brought a change in the way I started behaving. Hence, the thought of this. Okay, so next question is from Leelavati Mataji. Guruji, ನಾವು ಪೂಜೆ ಜಪ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೇಳುವುದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗತ್ತಾ?
ಯಾವುದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಮೊದಲು ಭಗವಂತನ ಆರಾಧಿಸೋ ಗುಣ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಭಗವಂತನ ಆರಾಧಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೋರಿಕೆ ಇದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡಿ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲ. ವೆರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಅವ್ರು ಭಗವಂತನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಭಗವಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತಾನೆ. ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಿರೋದಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ನೋಡು ಮಗು, ಇದು ಸರಿ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಜಪ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಪಾಪದ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ತಿನ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಭಗವಂತನೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅವ್ರು ತಪ್ಪುದಾರಿ ಹಿಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋವಾಗ ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಇರೋದು. ಅನವಶ್ಯಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸರಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಉತ್ತಮ ಮತ್ತೊಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ ಪ್ರಭು.
Okay, so now we can go through feedback. Yes, bro. So Suman Prabhu says, like showing God Krishna avatar and explaining to Arjuna was very good. This is our yesterday's feedback. So Nandita Mataji says satisfied. Paparao Prabhu says Vishwarupam is very blissful. Asha Prabhu says it was mind blowing. Venkatesh Prabhu says it was good. Vaishali Mataji says the Vishwarupam description was mesmerizing. I cannot see 84 things in one glance. 84 lakh forms all in one place is extremely humbling. How insignificant it makes us feel. Jai Shri Krishna. Aruna Kumari is saying, Guruji, today is a great day to me. I did Ekadashi fasting. I thought of sharing my feelings with the participants through a feedback. I am blessed by the Supreme. I felt like Sri Krishna is with me and around me. Lord Krishna made me to hear about Ekadashi, made me to do fasting all these days. All these days I don't know about Ekadashi. Today, if I miss the session, never I will come to know about such things. Having Guruji like you, I am blessed by the Supreme Lord. And Shweta Mataji is saying spiritual concepts are getting deeper, getting clear. Thank you, Prabhuji. Anita Mataji says day by day going deep inside the spiritual world, feeling just like floating. That's it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your valuable feedbacks, which motivates us more and more. Thank you so much. And Prabhu, can you please share fast breaking time?
I think I don't have that, Prabhu.
It's up to 10.
No, in the WhatsApp. It's in the WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll pull that
Just
up.
share that. You can say the timings also, but if you share, or else you can share in the group.
I'm just sharing that.
I think yesterday only should have been shared. I don't know. I did not see the group. Yeah, you're not sure. So yesterday itself you should have been shared. Okay, you can share now also. Share in the group and now also you can show. And
Yes,
Can
so
we
let
do it, Prabhu?
yes, Prabhu. Yes. So today's fasting, sorry, yesterday's fasting breaking time. Today is said as Dwadashi. So exactly at this time we have to break. Breaking should happen by prasadam. Make it bigger, Prabhu. Yeah. So 6:11 to 10:07. Just think, safe aside, 6:30 to 10 is the fasting time, exact breakfast time. No need to worry. But prepare something with love. Offer to the Lord with tulsi and ghee. Take that in the house, everyone. Just give to everyone 1 spoon. That's your prasadam. Through your prasadam, you are breaking your fast. If you are capable of giving the whole meal to the Lord, that's more wonderful thing. You can prepare 4 or 5 items. That's what our devotees do. Actually, Ekadashi is a fasting day. Dwadashi is a feasting day. They just prepare some 6-7 items and just offer to the Lord. Not only that, they call their neighbors, their relatives. Actually, every Dwadashi is a festival. They call everyone, they feed everyone. They take us as service, pleasing to others or feeding the prasadam. Lord gets pleased and they become devotees. It depends how far you are able to do, you can do that. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
And Prabhu, one again reminder of today's event. So I'll be posting the details of Electronic City weekly event that we gather and do Kirtana, Pravachana, Aarti, all those things, and we distribute prasad at the end as well. So request whoever is closer to Electronic City, please visit. So we enjoy this.
Yes. If possible, time permits, you can come by 4 and join in the service. If no, you can come by 6 and directly can attend the programs. Okay. Yes. If you have any questions, you can raise a hand or else we'll wind up the session. Do anyone have any questions? No? Okay, fine. Thank you. I thank each and every devotee who attended today's session. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you to all. So now I'll give the option to unmute yourself. You can say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna Prabhuji.
Venkatesh, Hare Krishna, Vaishali Mataji, Hare Krishna, Rajkumar Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Tejumai Mataji, Hare Krishna, Saraswati Mataji, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Priya
Krishna
Mataji, Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Aditya Mataji, Hare Krishna, Aruna Kumari Mataji, Hare Krishna, Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna, Divya Mataji, Hare Krishna, Milind Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna
Yes,
Prabhu.
Mataji, Sridhar Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Pramod Kumar Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Sindhu Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you all
Krishna.
for
Hare
joining the
Krishna.
session. We'll continue with chapter 13. Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
End the session, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, we can end the session.